Whether it be DC, Marvel, Digimon, or Dragon Ball, there are many heroes and villains that rank among the strongest in their own verse, respectively. Some are absolute chads and godly, while others are, nah. But in this video, we're going to be talking about a verse that has a certain blue, fast, and quite funny hedgehog. And we're going to see just how powerful one of his antagonists truly are. Now, if you all haven't known, Archie is quite a interesting series. Though it has been discontinued, there are quite a few interesting villains within that series that ranks among one of the strongest in the versus community. So, for today's power scaling, we're going to be talking about Enerjak, the incredible and insane, crazy, super powerful individual who ranks as one of the strongest villains or characters in Archie. So, we're going to see just how powerful Enerjak truly is in this video. Let's go.
I got a fire for a heart, I'm not scared of the dark. You never seen it look so easy. Got a river for the soul, and baby you're a boat. Baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have you there would be nothing left. The shell of a man who could never be his best. If I didn't have you would never see the sun. You taught me how to be someone, yeah. All my life you stood by me, but no one else was ever behind me.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, They're Not a Justice, and today we're going to have a good old power scaling on a character that is quite obscure and not well known about the versus community. Though some people downplay this character and don't scale him properly, but we're going to do him some justice. So today we're going to be scaling Enerjak, one of the most infamous villains in Archie verse. And today with me I have my good old friend Awesome Time. Say hello, Awesome Time.
Hey, how's it going?
He's a pretty good power skill when it comes to Sonic. I would recommend learning from him. If you ever get a chance to come in Discord, if you ever have any Sonic questions, come to him. But first off, let's get into who Enerjak is and his lore. You want to start us off?
Alright, yeah, so Enerjak was first, just a normal echinus scientist from Knuckles' home city. The scientist's name was Enerjak. And back then the city was the city was on the floating island called Angel Island. If you've seen like any Sonic games, it's referenced a lot. And the island floats due to being powered by the Chaos Emeralds, later on the Master Emerald, but for now it's the Chaos Emeralds. And Enerjak, the scientist, sought to build a device to be able to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds, and this device came in the form of the Chaos Siphon. And everyone hated his idea, thought he was a retard, so he went and did it anyway. And then he went to try and absorb the Chaos Emeralds, and the machine overloaded, flooding him with chaos energy and turning him into the first Enerjak. And this first Enerjak had near unlimited power. He was had power that rivaled the ancient walkers themselves, which, if you don't know, are basically the gods of the Sonicverse in Archie. And he ended up growing so powerful that not even they could defeat him, and instead they had to scatter his consciousness across the entire Chaos Force. And throughout history, Enerjak, true form Enerjak, now being one with the Chaos Force, would inhabit three other bodies, that being Dimitri, Knuckles, and I believe Dr. F was the last Enerjak. And so these were called his avatars, and he would take control of them. And,
basically pulling a Spectre type of shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's the basic origin of Enerjak.
Now, how strong would you consider Enerjak in terms of like AP wise? Like, is he universal, multiversal, dare I say outer?
Nah, I can wake him to outer versal, but no.
I've heard that.
He's consistently 5D, especially true Enerjak, but all forms of Enerjak. in the series so far have been 5D, because they all derive their power from true Enerjak, and usually have 5D feats, such as being comparable to Supersonic, and or being just like Mammoth Mogul, for example, who absorbed Dimitri Enerjak and was capable of harming the Ancient Walkers, just like original Enerjak was. And the Chaos Force is a fifth-dimensional construct because it transcends Chaos Knuckles, who transcends the infinite multiverse himself, or exists outside it. So Chaos Force is easily a fifth-dimensional realm, and it's also where the Ancient Walkers reside. So he's easily into those 5D ranges. I have some calcs putting him at tens of thousands of layers past baseline 5D, but easily Time Multiversal Plus.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I know, there's this thing called the Sort of Acorns that is basically Enerjak's kryptonite per se.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
If he's somehow any way in contact with this sword, it drains him of his power, correct? Why is that?
I believe it's because it's not so much that it's designed specifically to work on Enerjak, but it's more of the properties of the Sort of Acorns. The Sort of Acorns is some of the last fragments of the source of all, which is what formed the entire verse. It's like a magical substance that formed the entire verse, and what the Sort of Acorns basically has energy draining powers. It acts as a conductor for chaos energy. So as demonstrated with Mammoth Mogul's plan, he simply obtained the sword and tricked Enerjak into getting close to him, and was easily able to absorb his power and make it his own. So yeah, it's just the Sort of Acorns being a very powerful relic that's designed to conduct chaos energy.
Now, I know one of arguably the strongest version of Enerjak is probably Dark Enerjak, that appeared in that Soldiers with Silver, which it was.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
That was a good series, but I found that whole plot bullshit.
Oh no, it was. It was. Silver is like.
Can you explain about Dark Enerjak?
Yeah, so Dark Enerjak is basically an Enerjak from an alternative future. He's still Knuckles, right? It's the Enerjak that was inhabited by Knuckles. So basically, it's a alternative timeline where Knuckles loses control of his chaos powers and becomes Enerjak once again. And this is a much more powerful Knuckles, right? Because at this time he had much more mastery of his chaos powers. Not to mention the fact that it's been like 30 plus years where he's been conquering, laying waste to the planet and other worlds. So yeah, this Enerjak is basically just an amped Knuckles.
He was able to completely defeat it was probably King Sonic during this time, or just regular Sonic, but either way, I remember prior Sonic fought against Enerjak, right? And he was pretty much, Enerjak couldn't do anything to him because the instant invulnerability. But now Dark Enerjak not only slapped Supersonic, and he states it later on that he slapped Supersonic, but he pretty much slapped everybody there. Yeah, he slapped
There's also a scan showing that.
Yeah. He slapped everyone there and made them his slaves by absorbing their souls.
Yeah, and ripped out their souls, yeah. So, and this was a far, far more powerful Supersonic, because this is Supersonic after the Great Harmony, in which the millions of Chaos Emeralds across the universe were all combined into 7. And he used those 7 Chaos Emeralds against Enerjak, and Enerjak still beat him. So this Enerjak is insanely more powerful.
And not only
arguably one of the strongest in the verse.
Arguably with Mammoth Mogul, but that's another.
Yeah, I take Mammoth Mogul's side, but that's because I'm a Mammoth Mogul fanboy. So.
I'm just saying, with Enerjak, he just has more. Well, he just has a flat out statement saying he is the strongest, but feats are always above statements.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, the strongest statement's definitely good evidence towards him being the most powerful villain.
now, with Enerjak's hacks, I know he has reality warping. He has teleportation. He can manipulate the Chaos Force. Well, the Chaos Force is where he gets his abilities anyway.
Yeah, he's got hella hacks. So basically, his power is limited only to his imagination.
Now, Enerjak has a plethora of abilities that are due to the Chaos energy, such as reality warping, map manipulation, teleportation. He can resist BFR, flight. He has resistance to mind hacks, existence erasure via of scaling off of Sonic, or scaling off of the Chaos energy, resistance to matter, magic manipulation, transmutation, biological manipulation. You could also say he's like Type 3 or Type 4 acausal, scaling off of Sonic in the Super Genesis wave, and many other plethora of abilities that are too many to list off. So Enerjak is pretty broken in his own right. Now let's get into how fast is Enerjak really. Now you can scale Enerjak speed off of Sonic or off of Solaris. Let's get into that.
Solaris, while he is mainly a villain in game Sonic, it is confirmed in both guidebooks and author statements that the events of Sonic 06 did happen in the Archie verse, and Solaris is just like using Occam's razor. You can say it's Solaris. It scales off of that Solaris with no evidence to contradict it. So, and that Solaris was easily able to move through timelines, move to different timelines through speed alone. Not to mention there are several examples of Sonic being able to do this in base form. So Enerjak is easily like a few layers into immeasurable speed.
Now we got the way I can clearly analyze off of this, that Enerjak will be at least multiversal plus to 5D. You can probably scale him higher with other statements, but he would be multiversal plus to 5D and have high levels of immeasurable speed. That sounds about right?
Yeah, sounds pretty good. It's got plenty of hacks and stuff too, but yeah.
Pretty good hacks.
Consistently. Yeah, consistently infinite 4D to high 5D, yeah.
Okay, that sounds about right. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, so if y'all like the video, this is a pretty good video on Enerjak. We'll probably be doing some more Sonic stuff or anything Sonic related. Now, definitely we're going to get that versus battle out between Enerjak and Alphamon. That has to be done.
Alright.
But look out for that in the future. If y'all like the video, please hit like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.